Has been happening now is well, I won't say normal, but it could happen. Thank God the last one, it was a controlled flight to ditch. You had to land on water. It was controlled to be able to save lives. The important thing is to save life. The first thing is to save life. Even if the machine is destroyed, it doesn't matter so much as if you lose a life. Even landing is a controlled crash. Controlled ditching in this case is when you have to control the helicopter to put it down safely in water. That's why it's controlled. It doesn't just happen inadvertently. You have to do something to be able to land it safely on water. It's not meant to land on water, but you have to deploy what we call floats to be able to land on water and stay afloat. Yeah, there's some malfunctions that could have happened such that he or she may not want to take any risk. And the safest thing to do was to ditch, deploy the floats and land on water. The helicopter can land on a small football field, whereas the aeroplane requires an airfield or aerodrome where it's able to gather some speed before it can take off or land. They are both aircraft, but they are classified as both fixed wing and rotary wing. The fixed wing is the airplane that has just the wing fixed. I'm explaining to a layman now, whereas the helicopter has its wing rotating, and that's what we call a rotary wing. It's multitasking. You have to do a number of things at the same time. You are using your feet to control the movement of the nose. You are using the collective to add power. You are using the cyclic to determine the left, right, or forward movement of the helicopter. For the controls of the helicopter, you have what we call collective. It's like the power, or what you call throttle in a vehicle, a car. The collective is on your left, you lift it, you add more power to the helicopter. The cyclic, what we call the cyclic, is the one that stands in front of the pilot. The one you use that to move right or left, forward or backward. That's called the cyclic control column. You have to pull up the collective to give it more power. And then the wings, the rotary wing, the wings that are rotating, those blades, then you give it a something we call angle of attack. When you increase the angle of attack, then the helicopter develops more lift and it lifts the ground. That's leaving the ground. That's another portion of it, like the pedal, we call it pedals, rudder pedals. You use that to control the movement of the nose of the aircraft. What used to happen here is that you do your fixed wing flying up to what we call private pilot license. Then we see your level, and we'll now select from among the very bright ones to go do helicopter training. Then you start afresh again with the helicopters. Here in NCA, we have both the licensing department and the operations department. We are into operations and training. Then we equally have the airworthiness department that deals with the maintenance and engineering aspect of it. For the pilots, when you train and qualify as a pilot, you have a license. If you have trained in Nigeria, for instance, if you have trained in Nigeria and you have a helicopter license, the license is normally issued here in the NCA by the licensing department.
After the break, it will be time to take a look at some young men cutting their teeth as helicopter pilots in Nigeria. Do join us again.
Flying a helicopter or rotorcraft requires a different set of skills than flying an airplane, although there are some similarities. While an airplane depends on forward motion to move air over the wings and create lift, a helicopter creates lift using rotating blades. From a master to the young men who are cutting their teeth in the trade.
Frictions are off, sir.
Okay. Either 30 out of 310, Happy 190, speed airport.
Flying Officer Henry Ozodinobi is a graduate of the Nigerian Defense Academy in Kaduna. Armed with a bachelor's degree in economics, he is pursuing building skills as a helicopter pilot. Having gone through the ground school, he is currently training on the simulator. And when he is out of this session, there is time for conversation.
Because before you actually carry out an exercise in the aircraft, an actual exercise, you have to practice it first of all in the simulator, because the sim is like something that will give you knowledge on what to expect before you fly the real aircraft. So as a pilot, you need not only knowledge and attitude, you also need skills.
For Chime Emmanuel, a love for anything mechanical is what has brought him here. He is going through the mills or the classroom. The basic rules of flying are taught here.
I was very, very happy because I see my dreams coming true. Actually, when you come into the world of mechanical engineering, it's a vast world. But when you talk of aerodynamics, it's like it is all about mechanical engineering. So when I see myself here, that is what made me to see that it's like I am a born flyer. An opportunity, but it is a call. If not that it is my call, I would have left this area because the demand is very high.
Ekemini Collins is a lieutenant in the Nigerian Army. The helicopter is an attraction, but he must first learn the basics. That's what he is currently doing.